Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby or Abigail Grace, and we're back for episode 3 of Books and Booze. So while this is not booze, it's wine. We're gonna drink some wine. Sorry, my cat's trying to find a couple places to sit. We're gonna drink this wine, which is not quite a full glass, and we're gonna talk about my books in the last few months that are 4 and 5-star reads. So we are midway through June. Normally I would do this book at the end of the month, but it's literally halfway through the year and I just hit 50 books. So I'm feeling really excited and proud because my goal is to read 96 books this year, which I'm on track for. So we hit halfway through the year. Yesterday was June 15th. So although this won't cover all the books that I think are 4 and 5-star reads that I've read this year, there is episode 2 of Books and Booze talks about my books from the beginning of the year that I thought were 4 and 5 stars. So you can go watch that episode if you want to see the other books that I have liked this year. But without further ado, let's get into it. This is a Chardonnay. I also have gum, which is like super not classy, so I'm actually gonna spit my gum out because it kind of ruins the taste. Oh, it definitely ruins the taste, but all right. So I have the books that I have physical copies of in front of me. Not all of them I have physical copies of, so I'll just show you a picture. But first we're starting out with Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. This one is the first, and I guess like a duology, A Vine Mess by Tessa. This one, I don't know when it came out. Obviously I read it in, I believe like March or April of this year. And the second one just recently came out a few weeks ago, which was called Unfortunately Yours. That one, unfortunately, I didn't like as much. That one got 3 stars. But this one is 4 stars. Tessa Bailey is just, she does such a good job in the way that she keeps pumping out like banger after banger. She has so many books that come out each year and they're all like good. Obviously, if Tessa Bailey isn't your style, you would disagree with me, but for the most part, her books are good. She has good characters as well as a good plot that's not just sex the whole time, although there is sex. So yeah, needless to say, I thought that one was 4 stars. It was good to me. Next, we have the probably most talked about book on anywhere right now. Maybe not right now, but in the past few months. Happy Place. I actually have 3 copies of this. This is a signed edition, but I have just the normal hardback, and I have the UK cover because I think the UK covers are so cute. I usually order the UK covers from Book Depository, but they just shut down. And this one that Happy Place, I ordered from Waterstones or Watermark, and it's really cute. So if you're looking for UK covers, I just searched like Happy Place UK cover, and I could find it. So anyway, this is a 5-star read. I did a whole Happy Place reading vlog. If you have not watched that, you're in for lots of tears. There are spoilers. So if you haven't read the book, you can watch like the first part of it and I let you know, hey, spoilers, real spoilers start at this point. But I have a whole vlog talking about it, and so I'm not going to go into too much here. 5 stars. Emily Henry can do no wrong in my eyes. She is amazing. Next, we have Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I read apparently lots of books with pink covers that I liked. This one is 4 stars for me. I also read, similarly to the Tessa Bailey, she came out with like a second one that's like a standalone, but like in a series. Oh, this was the second one. I don't know what I'm thinking. When in Rome was the first one. This is the second one. So it's in the same town. It's a small town romance, which I love a small town romance. And it's like, I don't want to say fake dating because it's really like he's helping her learn how to date better. And the only thing that's like, she's just like so innocent, and sometimes I hate when like the girl's just like such this innocent, sweet girl. But if you're looking for like something that's just like a sweet romance, you cannot go wrong with Sarah Adams. She just writes, I would not call them young adults, and I also wouldn't classify them as like, I guess it's an adult romance-ish, like it's closed door. So you don't really see them have sex, but it's a little spicy. I don't know. She's kind of towing the line. So this could be good if you don't want to read a lot of sex. And it has a good story. But I've seen really divisive things about this, and some people absolutely hated it, gave it 2 stars. So obviously each person has a different opinion, and I liked it, but not everyone does. Next, we have, this one was shocking to me, The Boyfriend Candidate by Allie Winstead. I think recently I have been just reading books by authors that I know I like Happy Place, like all of the other books that I've mentioned are books I've read another book by that author before, and so I know kind of what to expect. This, I literally got a notification on Goodreads that was like, this is a new release romance book, and I read the synopsis. I was like, seems interesting, so I ordered it, and it's 4 stars. This is giving straight version of Red, White, and Royal Blue. I love Red, White, and Royal Blue. That is a 5-star read. If you have not read it, please read it. The movie is coming out this year, and I'm so excited. This is the straight version-ish, except there is fake dating. The tropes are different, but it's like a political backdrop in Texas, where he's like a Democrat running in a very conservative state. I'm from Texas. Something about that is just like hits home, of being not super conservative in a conservative state. And that's like this guy, what's his name? I can never remember their names. Logan, Pitter Patter, in this book, and it's really cute. She's a librarian. There's like political parts of it, but it's also romance. So I really liked this one. I also made a whole like Spotify playlist inspired by these 2 characters, because I love listening to music or playlists that are like inspired by whatever the characters are or the book. And there wasn't one for this, so I of course made my own. Next, we have Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I had watched the movie, and I really liked the story, and so I was just like, you know what? I'm going to read the book, because I love Pride and Prejudice. I love the movie. I love the book, and I love a lot of period drama, like books, movies, whatever. And so I love this time period, and this one was good to me. Like, not as good as Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice will always have a safe space in my heart. But to me, this was 4 stars. Sense and Sensibility, it hit a lot of the marks of what I look for in books that I like. Obviously, it's slower to read, harder to get into for me at least, because the language is so different. But the actual plot is something that I enjoy, and I love the characters. So 4 stars for Sense and Sensibility. Next, we have When He Was Wicked, which is the 6th Bridgerton book. I don't know, I think I talked about some of the Bridgerton books in my other, you cannot see that, Books and Booze video, part 2. And So I've read most of them by now. There's 2 I think that I haven't read, and I'll probably get to them. And usually it's like a 3-star. Like, I like them and I will read all of them because I love reading about all of them. But sometimes there's only so high of a score you can give, like, just like a trashy romance, you know? But something about this one was so good. It's Francesca's story. So if you've read any of them, Francesca gets married and we don't get to see anything about her marriage because her story gets told later on. I don't think I'm giving anything away. This could be a spoiler. If not, skip 10 seconds ahead. Her first husband dies. And so this is her like mourning a little bit of that and falling in love again. So next we have the Chestnut Springs books. I read all of these on Kindle, so I do not have copies with me. We've got Flawless, Heartless, and then Powerless, and then Reckless just came out. Let me tell you, so not all of them are 4 stars. I think Powerless got like 3.5 from me, but I'm putting this series as a whole as like a 4.5 star series. I like something it's just the cowboys, the country vibe, the small town. Chestnut Springs is so cute. I want to live there. And all the stories are so good. They're being really talked about right now, I feel like, on Book Talk and BookTube. So definitely check them out if you like that sort of thing. They are spicy, sexy time, but so good. So yeah, I talked about all of those in one fell swoop for this. I have this book. It's on the shelf behind me and I forgot to get it out, so I'll just show you the picture. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This is the Hunger Games prequel. The movie also comes out this year for this one. And this one took me probably 2 weeks because I was like reading this and all of the Chestnut Springs books at the same time. So I would like read 50 to 100 pages of this and then fly through a Chestnut Springs. Anywho, I really liked this and I loved seeing Snow's like POV and how he got where he is. Honestly, I felt like kind of bad for him at first, but then you realize, oh wait, he's kind of just like a bad person. He has some trauma. Like, he's not emotionally intelligent, I don't think, about his own emotions. And I just thought, one second. The end was really rushed. I would have liked a little bit more time. With like the last 50 pages. It felt like we were really working up to it and then it happened quickly and I was like, oh, we're done. So I would have liked a little bit more for those last 50 pages. So that's why I got 4 stars, but it was really good and I'm super excited for the movie. I love the Hunger Games. Next, we have Love Theoretically, and this is our last one. This is Ali Hazelwood's new release. Ali Hazelwood, some would say they don't like her books. The Love Hypothesis got a lot of hype when it came out and it was really good. That was a 5-star read for me. And her books since then, people always comment, this is basically the same book, but with different character names and there's a different scientific setting. All of her books are set in academia. I just am filming a weekly reading blog where I read this and I talk about it. So I'm not going to talk too much about this. If you want to, you can watch that video. It will be up after this probably, but it'll be up not too far after. And so this one gets 4 stars. I can't help it. I don't care if it's very similar to her other books. I like her other books. I like them. So This one, the main characters are Jack and Elsie, and they're physicists. He's an experimental physicist, she's a theoretical physicist, and there's like a rift between those two types of physics. I don't know. It is very academic. I do feel like I'm learning something. I learn something about like a different science every time I read one of her books, but this one for me is 4 stars, and those are my 4 and 5 star reads from the past few months. Like I said, I'm filming a weekly reading vlog. I'm currently also reading Still Life by Louise Penny and Sense and Second Degree Murder by Terza Price. I think that's how you say her name. So that will be coming soon, and I have some good other book content coming for those of you that are wondering, but I also post a lot of book content on TikTok and on Instagram. So if you're not following me on either of those, definitely follow me there, and I will see you next time for more books.